In today's video, I'm going to make yet another game in Python using PyGame. I've already made a game in Python before and I made a video about it which you can find on my YouTube channel. This time however, I will make a game in only 5 days. The previous game was, not gonna lie, a real garbage. It's funny because I made another trash game. Anyway, people also could not play it. So today we're going to make a 2D top-down strategy game in Python, and in the end you'll be able to play it. The idea to make this game came up to me as usual, at midnight. The game is basically a top-down strategy in which you have a path that enemies will try to go through to reach the end. But to fight them back, you have the turrets which you can put on the side of the trail to shoot them. Yes, the whole game is a copy of those old browser games we used to play as kids. Anyway, the main goal of this game will be to survive as many waves as possible. While I was writing the script for the game, I also made the game design document to remember the whole idea of the game. And then I wrote the main script which will be responsible for loading the game, transitions between main menu and the level, etc. For some stupid freaking reason, the PyGame library was not getting installed on my laptop, and it was probably because I was using a MacBook. But anyway, I spent an hour fixing it and I then managed to install it and we're good to go. So the second script was the game script. It essentially holds all the game's blueprints called classes. For now, the game has only the enemy and turret classes, but there will be a lot more in just a few moments. With all of this said, the game looks like this on day 1, but now I'm exhausted, so I'll go to sleep and continue working on it tomorrow. At the beginning of day 2, I drew all the sprites I needed for the game and made a small to-do list. There was a small bug when the turret did not face the target correctly, but I quickly fixed it while also making the turrets turn smoother. But because of my trip to San Francisco, I could not spend a lot of time on the game. I also added the path and background sprites, and that's all for now. See you guys tomorrow. Also, if you guys somehow reach 50 likes on this video, I will make a 3D game in Python, I'm just saying. I decided to give up on the turret animations because I could not figure out any solution for the problem I had with them. Since I wanted to keep the game simple, I decided to move on without them to not burn out. Anyway, I started adding the shop into the game, but I bumped into a problem when I chose one type of turret to place, but then after placing it I was getting completely another turret placed. I decided to ask ChatGPT for help, and spoiler, it completely f***ed my game. Anyway, I was able to back up and fix the problem on my own. At this point, I needed to add a wave counter and sounds. Also, check out how the enemies walk now. I decided that the game will spawn a boss every 5th wave which will include only one enemy, but it will have a lot of HP and will give a lot of money after killing it. I had to adjust the turret stats a little to balance the game. Speaking of turrets, the game only has 3 types of turrets. The cheapest one costs $25 and deals a little damage and shoots really slow. The $150 one is a little better, but the golden one is the best one. Besides that, I also slightly remade the map to extend it, and I also encountered a funny bug with my friend when he could place an infinite amount of turrets at one spot. In addition to all of this, I wrote the soundtrack in BoscaCeoil before I went to sleep. I'm just saying this as an excuse to why this sounds so bad. Anyway, see you guys on day 5. You may ask me, Ivan, why don't you spend some more time on this game? Great question. You see, there is something coming up really soon, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel to not miss it. I started day 5 with making the main menu. I basically copied the code from my previous PyGame project, changed it a little bit, and we now have a working menu with a cool transition along with a game over screen. In addition, I made some visual improvements like turning enemies red and fading them out when they die. And finally, I started adding sounds and music into the game. And with all of this done, the game is now finished. Now what's left is to upload the game on itch.io for everyone who wants to try this game on their own. And yeah, the game is now available for you guys. You can find the link to download it in the description. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.